All right, we're back, and here we go. We've just put in that to-do.find one an update, and we don't assign this. This does not return our to-do. So our function is supposed to return a to-do, so we have to return to-do await models dot to-do dot find by ID to-do ID. This is just an alternative syntax. We could have easily said, instead of that, we could have said const to do equals models dot to do dot find by ID to do ID, and then said to do dot completed or dot complete rather equals true, and then await, then rather const new to do equals to do dot save, rather await to do dot save, return new to do. So we could have done this syntax instead of that syntax. Either one, they're pretty much doing the same thing. This you don't have to make an additional call to save, and I like to use find one and update. It gives you a finer grained control. There's a lot of these $ operators that you can use, and I just like using it. I like just using different things. But this also is working the same way. But there is a catch with this whole logic here. So what if we check off our to-do, but we checked the wrong one and we want to uncheck it? We're not able to do that with this function. So what I want to do is make it so we can do that. I want to say, instead of calling it complete to-do, I want to call it toggle complete. And it's going to still take that to-do ID, but it's going to also take another field called complete, and I'm going to set that equal to a Boolean. So you even notice our GraphQL picks up that it's not defined in the resolvers because we have to change this name to toggle complete. And of course, add in that second argument of complete. So instead of saying complete true, we say set complete equal to complete. And of course, with our ES7, ES6 syntax, object destruction, we just can put that in. And that's doing the same thing, except now we can set it to true or false. We just have to pass an extra parameter into the function. And save that. And you can even check it out on GraphQL to make sure that it works. Toggle complete takes an ID. Let's say false. Whoops, false. So yeah, this is how you do it. You write a query, then name it whatever you want, and then the brackets then do the thing. Now you can have, up here you can pick between which one you want to run. Oh, we got to name this parameter. Complete. False. Close it off. Open that up again. Okay, there we go. Now we've got a valid mutation here. That's one of the IDs. I looked them up. You can look up the IDs by running the get all to-dos. You just copy and paste one of these IDs over into here, and then we can run toggle complete. So right now, this is the ID of the first one, and the complete is true. So if I run complete false, now that first mow the lawn is now false. And of course it comes back false when we run that as well. And now we can change this to true and run comp, short for complete. Like I said, you can name them anything you want up here, but you have to use their proper name inside right here. Now we get them again. See, the top one is true, so it's working. So that's a good start. So basically we need, over on our React front end, we need to be able to do something within this handle change function to signal to our back end based on checked. Checked will be, if someone is checking it, this will be true. If someone's unchecking it, this will be false. And then we want that value to be mapped onto our to-do for the complete. So we need to go and look at the GraphQL documentation at Apollo GraphQL and how to do those mutations. And they have a mutation component now. From React Apollo. Let's see here. So you pass it in your GQL, your mutation, like right here. And then you can give it variables right inside. So it looks like we're going to have to nest our mutation component inside of that query component. And that looks like what they're doing in this example right here. So let's see what we can come up with here. We will bring in this mutation component into our project. We're bringing the mutation. We've got our get to-dos. And now we need to define something for our mutation. So we'll call it toggle complete equal GQL and then backticks. And we'll say mutation. But in this case, we're passing a parameter, so we have to use this syntax here. To do ID is an ID. And complete Boolean. This is pretty much just how we defined it on the back end. We just have to redefine it for the front end. And it's called toggle complete. That to do ID is going to be a $ to do ID. Complete is going to be $ complete. And of course, we get back to do. So in the next video, we're going to try to wire up this mutation down here inside our query on our checkbox.